Hi guys, so today's look is this super simple, super easy Maleficent look, which is perfect for Halloween, which is just around the corner. As you can see, I've done the pointy, extravagant cheekbones without using prosthetics or tape. So let's start off with a fresh face and take off them eyebrows because I'm not going to need those. We're going to give ourselves some new Maleficent eyebrows. And then stop recording because you need to go wet your beauty blender, get back, dance because it's nearly Halloween and you're super excited. And we're going to start applying foundation because Angelina Jolie as Maleficent has perfect skin and we want to make our skin perfect too. Now for concealing under our eyes and then blending that all in with a beauty blender as per usual. Now I'm combing my brows down with a spoolie because I want to make them nice and arched like Maleficent's in the film. And to do that I'm using the Soap & Glory Brow Archery pencil. So now that my brows are combed down, I go about filling in the natural arch shape and extending it a little bit, especially at the arch. Sorry, I'm filming this in natural light, so if the light keeps changing, I'm sorry. I hadn't got my fancy ring light set up sorted when I filmed this. And then combing the hairs back up so they all sit nicely and you can get a good look at the shape that you've created. Next I'm going in with the Brow Archery pen. This is such a good product. I've just discovered it and it's just changed my brow life. But basically, I'm using this to fill in any sparse areas. So it gives the effect that hair is there when technically it's not. And I'm combing my brows up with some brow gel so they all set in place. And I'm gonna fast forward the second brow because you've already seen it once, you don't need to see it again. Okay, so you can see my brows look nice and arched but also very natural. Now I'm using my brow pencil to draw in a line where the highest point of my cheekbone is. This is going to serve as the border between the highlight and the contour when I get to that bit. Because I did this because I'm terrible at sticking down tape and I find that it always makes my skin react. There's something in the glue on the tape that makes my skin really sensitive, so I much prefer using a tissue instead. Now I'm using a tissue to lay out the border of where I want to put down my concealer. Now this is a concealer that is about 2 shades lighter than my natural skin tone, and this is going to act as a highlight so that the cheekbones look very exaggerated and very pronounced. And then I decided that it wasn't pale enough, so I'm using some white foundation that I got from Makeup Revolution, managing to get it all in my hair and popping that on the cheekbones with my finger. And I'm just doing the same thing again to the other cheek. I'm honestly getting annoyed at myself, like, Elle, just pin your hair back. I'm constantly having to flick my hair behind my ears, like, just pin it for God's sake. Now the next step is to set the crap out of that highlight with some translucent powder because you don't want this transferring when you pop the tissue back on top to create the barrier for when you're going to put the contour on. Now for the contour, I'm using a big fluffy brush to apply a light grey shadow to the bottom of my cheekbones, that hollows of my cheekbones. The grey serves as a really nice cool contour colour because I don't want anything too warm, because then it just starts looking like a really bizarre bronzer placement, and I want to make it look as natural as possible. Also, to some extent, Maleficent looks quite gaunt due to her very spiky cheekbones, so the grey helps give that kind of effect. I'm just layering different shades of grey. I'm using a darker grey towards the top of the cheekbone because then it casts more of a shadow, and then I'm just blending it down towards my jaw. And there you can see it creates quite a defined cheekbone. And now this is an optional step, but I thought it would just add a bit of something. I'm using a white pencil to highlight the very tips of the cheekbone, so it looks like it's really exaggerated. This probably wasn't even necessary, but I just felt like doing it. And of course, it wouldn't be Maleficent without a fierce red lip. And I'm applying this with a lip brush because Lord knows I cannot do it straight from the bullet. I'm so terrible with lips. Although I did feel very, very fierce with these cheekbones and this red lip. Honestly, if I could get away with this like as a day-to-day thing, I think I'd totally go with it. Definitely. Now, having struggled to put on a pair of lashes, but managing eventually, that's the completed look. I loved wearing this. I felt so fierce. It was perfect for Halloween. You could just get the horns. The horns are from Amazon. It's dead easy, dead cheap. Like, just go for it. Rock that look. And enjoy Halloween. Yay! Bye!